Hello, how's it going? Welcome to this video. Thank you so much for watching and hearing me out. I'm gonna preface the video by saying I'm not sure it's gonna make any sense, but I so badly want to try to explain to you guys what I've been dealing with over the past year and tell you officially it's come to an end. There's been a resolution and I'm just moving forward and things are looking up. Know that, you know, I'm alright, things are good, I've been alright for a while. It's just like it was really tumultuous year that expanded my heart, showed me how strong I am, but was really freaking hard to go through. So first of all, the year has taught me boundaries. There are things that I can share with you and things that I can't. Experiences that I've been going through and that my loved ones have been going through are all wrapped up in secrecy. So I can't share details with you. And it's also kind of taught me that I shouldn't. Like, there's a boundary. I can share my stuff with you, but I can't share other people's stuff. And I can't even just with you, but with most people in my life. There's lines that I've learned. And that, you know, after sharing so much and then losing all my friends in high school and then just not sharing and then discovering adult child syndrome and all this family dysfunction and sharing so much, I've, you know, come back to like this middle ground of like, okay, I can share with my support system who I've learned I can trust. I select few people who also understand, and then, you know, moving outward into the world, like I can share like less and less and less. But I can share my lessons and live the enlightenment that I've learned through all the stuff I'm going through to the very outer edges of the universe. That's what I'm all trying to do. But there's a lot of secrecy involved. And so I'm not going to give you details, but I hope that you can understand, you know? And you can, because I don't know what's going on in your life, but I just trust that you understand. That I trust that I understand what you're going through and you understand what I'm going through. Anyways, why so bright? Why? Shine bright like a diamond. Okay, so the year was wrapped up in secrecy, and that was largely due to paranoia at the root of all of the problems. Paranoia, intense fear for one's well-being and suspicion of the world around them. And not only suspicion, but also intelligence. So learning about all of this psychology stuff, gaslighting and narcissism, sociopathism, and seeing red flags in everything and assuming the worst in situations. That's been a big theme for the people around me, people that I love, for the past year and a half, and I understand where they're coming from. And after growing up in the home that we grew up in, like, I don't know why I'm as bright as a star right now, but I'm just gonna embrace it, okay? Anyways, that alone is really tough, that paranoia, and keeping it a secret and staying isolated in your fear. Intense fear. It's hard. It's hard for the people who I love who are experiencing that. It's hard because they were projecting that not only on certain people but on the entire world around them, on me included, and that led to this resistance and loss. I lost these people at least once for good, or several times, like losing them and then trying again, losing them, trying again, losing them, trying again. And the loss is really hard for them and for me. So it's hard for them, it's hard for both of us with the loss, and then it's also hard for someone to see their loved ones going through that. And it's hard for me because I'm just on a different wavelength where I'm learning to, while I have boundaries, also be as open and honest as I possibly can with as many people as I possibly can. If there's something going on, I want to be upright about it. This is really helpful. First of all, if you feel alone, having someone with you is comforting. Having someone just hear you out is comforting. There's something primal about that. You can also find resources in people, like they may offer to help in some way. You can grow a support system through being open about vulnerabilities. And you can ground yourself. If you're in the air, like, whoa, spiraling in fear, someone can be like, hey, come back down to earth. It's okay. Look at you. Like, your heart's beating. You're young. There's opportunities abound. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Let's maybe problem solve, you know? And that's where I'm coming from. Hey, I'm not as bright of a star anymore. That's where I'm coming from. All of that is what I've been trying to do. Just get out of my mind and my fears and my focus on my life and all of their problems and trying to figure it out psychologically and like worry and just trying to connect with people and ground myself and be resourceful and problem solve. So it was hard for me because I can't just like apply that lifestyle on the people in my life, like a little dewdropper, like doop, resilience, proactivity, blah 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 on the people in my life. You know, they got to get there themselves, and I think that's what they were doing, maybe in their own way, but it just was hard for me to see it. And it was just really hard. It was really hard. Then personally, I went in the last year and a half from working at a psychiatric hospital to working with children on the autism spectrum, you know, and like transitioning jobs and homes. I finally feel like all those jumps, you know, taught me something and brought me new people and experiences that have taught me so much and led me to a great place where I'm at now, where I love my job. I love the people in my life. I feel okay. But getting here has been hard, and there were times, especially when I messed up with school. I don't know if you know, but like I took the wrong class and I had to take another class when I was supposed to finish school altogether last semester. And I paid for a lot of school out of pocket last year and transitioned jobs, so financially I was like in a how am I gonna make ends meet this month place, which is a really scary place to be. And I was experiencing grief from losing people and despair, thinking that I was going to lose more people. And so there were just days when I didn't want to get out of bed and I didn't have a fire within me, which is a very new experience for me. And it didn't last too long, but it definitely was a part of my life at the end of last year. And that was really hard. And then there was just a climax to it all, like 2 months ago, where just something terrible happened. Like it all made sense. Like it was so devastatingly tragic and sad, and I had so much anger and confusion. Like why did things get so bad? I don't understand. And then like this surrender to like, oh my god, like I don't know why and I don't care why. I just like I don't know. I don't even know. Like I just it was around the time I made the crisis video. That was right after this event. And I just felt like for the past several years I've been like analyzing all the situations in my life and the people in my life and myself. And I still analyze myself and the people, but in a different way. Like before, I was letting all of the intellectualization get in the way of just, I don't know, it's so hard to explain. I feel like I just came to this place where I was like, none of it matters. Nothing matters besides love. Besides making things okay. Besides, I don't know, just nothing matters really. And I don't know, like in the core of that, there's something that matters. I don't know, it's love, it's something. It's hard to explain with my words, but just something within me, something foundational and massive just shifted. Anyways, I don't think I'm coming anywhere near to being able to explain what I'm trying to explain, so either you get it or you don't. But I'm gonna move on. So with this last very hard experience that closed out the end of this last year of my life and the last year and a half of my life, there was an end date. Like I knew that there was a light at the end of the tunnel. This experience would come to an end. Again, I'm being vague because secrecy and boundaries, respect, but I saw it and I just, you know, was loving so hard, and it was like just a perseverance like I've never experienced. And then the pandemic hit. I'm like, oh god, like really now? This too? For real? And it didn't, you know, impact me. Like, I'm not sick, people I love aren't sick, but it's crazy for everyone. And but anyways, the end date, the end experience has passed. All is well now. Things have come to a calm place. I'm accepting of the fact that I can't change certain things and that other things are going to change, and that's good. And I'm still in this place of like, okay, nothing matters. And that sounds like bad, but it's not. It feels very big picture, like almost like a weight off my chest, because it felt like everything mattered so much, and really it just doesn't. It just doesn't. I'm not angry at anyone. I'm sorry for some things that I've done, but also, you know, forgiving of myself. Hopefully in time my actions can apologize for me, because people don't trust my words. And that's fine, you know, I understand why, but I don't know, I just feel like a different person. And like the different person is finally in a space where I'm able to live a happy, healthy life. All very vague, but what I'll leave you with is the fact that one, I'm okay, two, I am going to start sharing more of these, I feel like enlightened, sometimes intellectual, but mostly just life lessons I feel like I've learned, not just so much to cater what I'm experiencing, but what I think you need to hear if you're experiencing the really tough times that I just experienced. 3, I want to tell you that sometimes, even, like I said in my last video, sometimes you're learning all this stuff and ready to change, but maybe the last year I had still is to come in your life, and you have to experience all that stuff before you can actually embrace the change, the life that you want to live. Like, you're ready, but life is like, there's a few more hoops to jump through before you're allowed there. I've said it before, but if you set a goal, if you're like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna be happy, life is gonna test you first. Life is gonna be like, are you sure? Like, are you sure? How bad? And you're gonna have to just go through a few more trials, but at some point, you know, relief will come. And that's also vague, but take it as you will. And the last thing I want to say is kind of hand in hand with that, before you can achieve happiness, sometimes, like the regrets you have from when you were living in dysfunction, sometimes time just has to pass in between those things. Like the loss I experienced and the grief and like the regret I have involving that. Sometimes time just has to pass from your really hard, bad experiences for you to feel okay. And like there's not just a thing that you can do, like talk to someone about it or move away from your problems or like get super healthy and, you know, whatever. There's nothing. None of the journaling in the world can replace time and how healing time is. So it's time for me to be a happy little bean, because that's who I am intrinsically. You know, this year tried to beat it out of me, I swear. But, you know, I would still show up just like happy a lot of the times, and other times just like, you know, but I still showed up for myself. And I want to say, don't give up on yourself. I don't give up on myself, and we'll just keep on carrying on together. Okay, I think that's all I have to say for this video. I know it was vague, but I kind of like being vague because I feel like it makes it more applicable to your own life. You can be like, oh, that fits perfectly in line with whatever it is that I'm experiencing. And that's kind of the goal. We're all here to introspect and reflect and grow and feel better. So I hope that you're feeling alright and inspired right now. If you're in the middle of things, I hope it gets better for you very soon. Just trust that it will. If not very soon, sometime. It's gonna get better. It's gonna. You gotta keep that little fire burning. Just keep it burning. Okay, I think that's all for today. The last video I made, it was kind of like depressing, and I want it to be the very last kind of depressing video that I ever put out, because I'm just over it. I don't want to be that energy in your life. I don't want to be that energy in my life. I'm done. I'm done with that. Done. And I've said it before, but like, I swear. Things are just better. Things are better now. Thank God. If you cared all about me, like, and you're like, oh, I'm glad, like, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad too. And, yeah. Okay. Alright, I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Hope that you have a swell day. Stay inside with me. And I'll talk to you so soon.